So, I have officially come back from the state of play, man. I have watched it. And I'm here to tell you guys how I feel about it. What's going on, you guys? Gaming out here. Coming at you another video. State of play, man. State of play. You guys know when it comes to this, it's a toss-up on whether you're going to like it. I personally have not enjoyed the vast majority of these things. I think state of play is very underwhelming on a variety of reasons. And when it comes to this particular, event, normally I'm underwhelmed. This one was on June the 4th, 2025. And when it was first announced, most of the time when PlayStation comes out here with these announcements, they kind of give you, a little bit of a, just keeping your expectations realistic to some degree. They'll be like, look, we're going to have some first party games, some third party games. We're having, some of our partners. We're going to do some VR stuff. They didn't do any of that. So when I see that and I see the expectations, I kind of get into this groove where it's like, okay, this is more like a showcase. Because back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember, they used to do showcases, and showcases were more serious tone state of plays. They haven't really done a showcase in a long time, and I don't know if this is something that they'll ever bring back, or they're just going to call them all state of plays here going forward. So when I didn't see that, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this a little bit more serious. Plus, it was 40 minutes, and you guys know how that goes. We don't generally get 40-minute state of play. Sometimes they're 20, sometimes they're 30, and they didn't say it was going to be dedicated to one particular game. So I expected some decent announcement at this event. Now, before this event, there was so many leaks that was going on everywhere. People were saying that the KOTOR game was going to be here. People were saying that Final Fantasy Tactics was going to be here. And you guys know how I feel about Tactics. Tactics is a very important IP to me. I really enjoy that game. Love that game. So I was already hyped. KOTOR and Tactics in the same event? Say no more. Say no more, man. So then we get to it, man. We get to it finally reacted to on the Iron Lords podcast channel. You guys can find that in the description below. And we're going to go over some of these and, my general hype for some of these games. So we got this Luminous Arise. Kind of gives me like a Tetris vibe. Now, if you guys know anything with me, I'm not the biggest Tetris fan. But I'm not going to clown on you if you're a Tetris fan, man. Just, that's not my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. Then we got this Pragmatic. Like, this kind of gave me more of a typical third-person over-the-shooter experience that Sony would realistically give you. Because normally they do give you these type of experiences. Had the little girl on your shoulder. Kind of gave me some Last of Us vibes, just a tad. It looked interesting. I actually say this is one of the highlights of the show. What comes, and it's coming in launch of 2026. So I don't know if that's going to be like one of those titles where it's like the beginning or the middle. We did see decent amount of gameplay, so maybe this is like a beginning of 2026 title. Then we got the Romeo is a Dead Man. This game was, I didn't really care too much for it. Now I know some of you might enjoy this type of game. It's just not for me. Then we got Silent Hill F. I know a lot of people are not excited about this game. A lot of people are disappointed because it's not in Silent Hill. Now I have no clue what realistically that means, because Silent Hill is generally in Silent Hill, and this is in Japan. I haven't really did a whole lot of research. Maybe there's a realistic reason why this is in Japan. But here's my thing when it comes to it. Even though I do really think that situations like this, I can understand fan bases getting a little upset. I feel like Silent Hill, with that last Silent Hill, let them cook. Let them figure out maybe something else is worth it. Maybe there's a reason that they're doing a different scene, change the scenery. Bloodstain. This is a new Bloodstain game. It's kind of like a Castlevania franchise. Metrovania, Castlevania. A lot of people like to put the two together. I definitely think it's, the old, 2D spiritual successor of like a Castlevania. I think that is really on point with this game. Digimon, this game is on Xbox. Very happy to see that. It looked like a turn-based to me. This is going to be on all platforms October the 3rd. I'm a huge Digimon fan. I remember playing Digimon back in the day. Really excited to see that title. Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh my God, you guys have no idea. I am so excited to play this game. I've been saying for the longest time, I need that Tactics reveal. I need that Tactics reveal. And the sucker's coming out. It's September the 30th. September the 30th. I'm finally going to get access to Final Fantasy VII Tactics Remastered. Now I'll be real. Let me switch cameras so I can be real with you guys a little bit more intimate. I'll be real. They didn't really do much to the graphics. The sucker almost looks identical to what it was back on the PS Vita. Probably going to run at 60 frames. Going to look way more crisp, way more clean. But I would say this game does look extremely, identical to its, PS Vita counterpart. And I don't really care. Look, I would have appreciated they take a little bit more time into this, but I'm not going to really go out of my way to attack them too much. Baby steps. Nope. It's not it, guys. Ain't nothing about this game. People say the main character looks like me. Maybe you guys put in the comment section below if that's true. You guys, don't put in the comment section below that I look like the dude from Baby Steps. Can we please just be realistic with the situation? Don't go in that comment section saying that. And then they had a lot of like unique stuff that didn't really catch my eye too much. You have this Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I know a lot of people love the Ninja Gaiden franchise, so it's nice to see that they're continuously breathing life into this franchise. Karn is an interesting looking game, and I think I actually might try that. It's like a climb simulator kind of thing. Very interesting. Then they have this Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Games like this isn't normally my cup of tea. I do like the Mortal Kombat franchise. If I were to play a fighter, it would be this game. Mortal Kombat's always been big to me. I'm a big movie person. I love the original couple Mortal Kombats. Not necessarily the second one as much as the first, but I think that's pretty, common around the practice. The first flight stick made by PlayStation. Fight stick. Now, keep in mind, PlayStation did buy Evo. So I do think that's a reason that they're really pushing the Evo crowd games. There will be more of that in the future. There was a big thing that they did. Then they showed Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. Really solid thing to show. They had a collaboration with Monkey, like a Monkey video game. Really good. Noah 3, or Neo 3. Wow, I didn't expect this. A lot of people love this game. I need to go back and play the first two. Some people say Neo 2 is one of the best games that originated from the Souls-like gameplay and really made it its own. Then they had some VR games. I'm not the biggest VR title, but this is a Thief game. The VR game they showed. Good, because to me, like they showed one VR game, I could live with that. But let's not go too much. Let's not go too much. Tides of Tomorrow. This game looked interesting. I'm gonna be real with you. This game looked like something I'd get behind. It looked good. It looked good, man. Then they showed the Astrobot levels. Astrobot must have did really well if they continuously give it this much publicity, because they have been doing that here a lot lately. Then the Sea of Remnants, once again, looked interesting. Probably not my cup of tea, but it did look interesting. The Sea of Sword, once again, looked interesting. I probably wouldn't play this, but I could see a demand for it a little bit. But it is what it is. Then they showed this First Light game. I know, King over on the Iron Lords podcast wasn't feeling this game. I thought it looked good. Gave me some Indiana Jones vibes. Showing you, 007 earlier in his career when he's really nurturing himself and, honing his skills. Really enjoyed that. Ghost of Yotai. I'm definitely going to try this. It is a July release. But I gotta see more into it. See how they've changed in it from Ghost of Tsushima. Got to see that a little bit. Now here's the big one: Marvel Token of Fighting Souls, an exclusive Marvel spiritual successor to like something like a Marvel versus Capcom. Clearly, Capcom's not in the game. But the people that made the Dragon Ball Z Fighter game, they're making it. I do remember hearing that they were making a My Hero Academia game. So it is interesting that is no longer on the case. I'm kind of curious to see exactly where that comes from. That is a a huge thing in terms of PlayStation launch, locking down an exclusive such as that. I think a lot of that has to do with definitely the Evo. They're willing to put more money behind it because they have Evo, and it's easier to sell this game if you know for a fact that you're going to get all the marketing rights to it. You can make money off of Evo. There's a lot of things they could do with it. I can understand them going with it. It is disappointing that Xbox wouldn't get this, but they did secure this. They got the person to do it. They funded the whole game. Totally business is business. But one thing I will say is like Microsoft is losing a lot of that fighting mentality in their ecosystem, and I feel like they need to do a little bit better job at doing that. But you guys know how I feel about Xbox and some of the direction that they're making here recently. Okay, now look. This game was good. This showcase was a good showcase. Was it amazing? No. Was it fantastic? No. It was a solid showcase that I think most people would get behind. All they really needed to show was that Final Fantasy Tactics to me. I'm extremely biased in the situation. I've been looking for this game to be remade in so many ways, so many years, and to a point, because I remember they were talking about all these games getting canceled. I was a little nervous. Man. I was a little nervous that was happening. Good thing Final Fantasy Tactics is coming to the Xbox platform. It took a little bit for me to get that info because I felt like no one was tweeting it. Normally when these situations like this happen and you have these marketing deals that pop out, the other platforms come out shortly after and tweet, yo, this is coming to other platforms. But I had to wait for Final Fantasy to actually come out there, which is good. I'd prefer to play this on Xbox or maybe even Steam because that would be easier to stream. But I know a vast majority of people don't agree with me. They feel like this is a very underwhelming state of play. I myself thought there was a lot of good games to play. Didn't really see anything that I wouldn't at least try. I saw games that didn't look appealing to me, but I would at least try them. Felt like it was a solid experience, like 8.5, 9. Now, I'm taking the bias from Final Fantasy, probably like an 8 out of 10. But that Final Fantasy going to give that sucker a 9 out of 10 for me because I'm biased as hell. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm biased as hell. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm very curious your guys' opinion on it. Do you think that this was a good state of play? If not, what's the reason? And what would they have needed to show you to be a vast thing that you could get behind to rate it higher? I felt like there was a good showcase in terms of turn-based games for myself. Felt like there was something for everyone. Maybe not something big for everyone, though. But I appreciate everyone coming through. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. As always, I appreciate it. You could always sub to the channel. We make weekly content on it. I know we're down to like 2 videos a week, but I got some plans for the channel. Just let me get through the Summer Game Fest. There's definitely going to be content coming up here while I'm in, LA, seeing some games. I'm going to be doing a lot of content. Just give me some time, guys. But anyway, you guys have a great day. It's been a good one. Peace. Man, I've had a crazy day and it's not ending because I got to get on a flight in the morning. And I got to go get my Switch tonight at midnight. Damn it.